the Northland. Today I will have another do-it-yourself, fix-it-yourself project on a small engine repair. This will be a Craftsman snowblower, two-stage snowblower. So, and again, like with the pressure washer, I didn't think of it initially, so I kind of started filming when I was already in the kind of tear down process. But I'll kind of explain it as I go, and hopefully you enjoy it. So, I told you with the pressure washer, sometimes I'm not always thinking. I have in front of me a Craftsman snowblower. Just like my pressure washer, it was only about 2 years old. Maybe 3, I don't remember exactly, but not very old. Anyway, let me flip you around here. So, this is the old carburetor right here that I just took off. When I would press the primer bulb right there, fuel would leak out of the air inlet portion. So I, being the genius that I am, figured, okay, it kind of works like a toilet, right? So it's got to be something wrong with the float, needle, seat, something like that. So I took this carburetor apart, or partly apart anyway. I took the needle and seat out of it. And in their infinite wisdom, you cannot buy just the needle, seat, and or float. You have to buy a whole damn carburetor. Excuse my language. So I just took the carburetor off. Here is the new carburetor. I just installed the choke rod, which is quite simple. It's just there's a little tab here and one on the other side right there. You just have to push those in a little bit and then it'll pop right out. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory, I think. It's not, this isn't like rocket science, right? The rod for the throttle goes right in that slot, and I'll try and record it, but this is kind of a two-handed job. Obviously, we have fuel lines that go on here. This is the one that goes to the valve cover. The little one here is for primer, and the bigger one on the other side over here comes in from the fuel tank. Again, make sure, just like with the jets, make sure the gasket is not damaged and stays in place. Otherwise, you'll have to be replacing that as well. And then it's just pretty much replacing it in reverse order. When I get to some of the other bolts, I will show that. Like I said, I apologize. I didn't think about doing this until just now. So I have my fuel line pinched off so it's not leaking gas since the tank is full of fuel, and I didn't want to drain it. So we are going to continue. A word to the wise, the rod that goes to the throttle, it's easier to come off the old carburetor, or it's easier to get out if you take the carburetor off and then put it on before you actually slide the carburetor back on. Then this return spring is not exactly heavy duty, so I hate to say be gentle, but you gotta make sure you don't bend it up too bad putting it back in place. And then we're just going to replace the lines here next. Lines, they're just push on. They don't have any clamps. The only one that has a clamp is the fuel line from the gas tank. Other than that, I think once I reconnect that, we're ready to bolt it back up and we'll see if it works. There's the air inlet shroud. That's got to go on. We have that hose clamped on. I still have it clamped until I get everything bolted on. The nuts that actually hold the carburetor in place are what is this? 10 millimeter. Right there. There it is, 10 millimeter. So, and there's 2 studs right there that they go on. Again, remember, you don't have to be He-Man. Just make it snug. Rod back on. You got to make sure this little rod is sticking up here so that your choke knob will fit back on there. The throttle lever, now you can take these off. They just, you have to pull real hard to get them off. But you can see, maybe, there's a slot right there built into the thing, so you don't have to take it off. As long as that throttle lever is positioned right, it'll come off just fine. Now we just have 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts to replace, and I'll tell you what size those are in just a moment. There's 5 bolts. They're 10 millimeter, and they come in different lengths. Let's see, that's a... I'm trying to find a comparison. There you go, right there. They're short and long. Long ones, if I'm wrong, I'll correct this. The long ones, I believe, go on the right side of the cover, and the short ones go on the left side. That 5th one I was talking about is the only tricky one. It goes on the inside here. You won't be able to use a ratchet. You'll have to use a 10 millimeter wrench for that one. Bolts are in place and tight. The only other thing to do that I did not mention is I removed the top bolts on both sides, so one on each side of the handle, so that the handle will come down a little bit. That gives you more clearance to get the cover and carburetor off. If you don't do that, you're going to have hell of a time trying to do that. So the bolts for the handle are a 13 millimeter. Get it to focus right there. And so we'll put those 2 in, and then hopefully the thing will fire up. All right, we choked it, primed it. Now we'll plug her in here. Do this the easy way. Throttle up. Pray to God it starts. There it is. So, again, this is a Craftsman. I don't know the model number. 28-inch snowblower, 2-stage snowblower. And if I get the model number, I know it's on the sticker down there. If I find the model number, I will put it in the comments below. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that video. Like I said, I apologize for not filming right from the start. Maybe on some of these kinds of projects, eventually I'll figure it out and do it right. Until then, I'd appreciate it if you hit that like and subscribe. Smash that like button with whatever you have handy. Even if you did not like the video, I would really appreciate it. You hit the little bell at the bottom after you tap subscribe. That way you'll be notified anytime I upload a new video. Share it with anybody you think may have an interest, and even if you don't think they'll have an interest, share it with them anyway. You might learn something. Feel free to leave your comments below. Tell me what you like, don't like. The new intro, this was the 2nd time I've used it. Not sure that it is going to be a permanent fixture. I may do something different yet. I think I'm going to keep the intro. I'm just not sure that this is going to be the one yet. So let me know what you think of it below. And if you'd like to see something different, a little tweak, whatever, give me your thoughts. All right. I look forward to hearing from you, and I'll see you all in the next video. Stay safe. Thank you for watching.